Hey, IDS 302, session B. I wanted to get this video out this morning about step 4, I guess. Go over a couple things, kind of winging it here, so forgive me. So I'm just gonna, try to keep it organized on that step 4 that I'm offering you guys to do a redo. So let's just talk about the step 4 then, and I'm gonna look at the instructions which I should have had up, yes, but I did not. So let's see, because I was looking at a whole bunch of things. Tanner, step 4. Okay, let me just get right into the sections. So I'll put it plainly. I'd like to see 3 separate sections. I'd like to see them divided by a subheading in bold, hypotheses and assumptions, review of previous research, and analysis. Okay, that way I know that you know what we're doing, right? Okay, for the hypothesis and assumptions, I like to make sure you use one or the other word, you know, one or both those words. Assumption seems to be easier. The current researcher assumes. Okay, so you're introducing the issue again, what you're talking about. And many of you got that. I'm not saying everybody got that wrong. I'm just saying that consider that, and then think about what you assume as a researcher. Uh, that in a very in a scholarly way, keep it high level, esoteric, so to speak. You will write about your assumptions, uh, assumptions about the problem, assumptions about what the current research, your research, what the current research may reveal. Okay, remember it's not proving anything, and the previous research did not prove anything. It only reveals things. Okay. Uh, So that should be self-explanatory there. Overall, in terms of your survey, your research, the current research, introducing the survey as the current researcher's methodology or design is fine. I do not want, though, to see any of the results or any discussion of any results yet, right? Not in step 4. So step 4, then, we move into the review of previous research. Again, it's different from an annotated bibliography in that it is a literature review, okay? It's a very mini one. You'll see other main research papers, higher level research papers that have a long lit review, a review of previous literature, where the writer, the researcher then will discuss that researcher and integrate it with the current research, with some of the objectives or some of the ways that previous research resonates with the current research. Why is the current research important, and why was the previous research important? How do they connect? What do they mean to each other? Okay, and what could the meaning be behind that? Um, If you'd like to, you can look at the samples that I posted because they have literature reviews in them. Again, I emphasize that is not the same format as your paper in terms of sections, but it does feature a literature review. And that may help you to get an idea of how these other students connected that previous research or analyzed it and discussed it and disseminated it, okay? So that will be the review of the previous research, all right? Um, in the analysis, then, you are analyzing, then, common disciplinary insights and patterns of connection. So, yes, that sounds similar to the lit review, but in terms of integration, in terms of interdisciplinary studies, we're taking it a step further. And we're going to analyze, because I'm assuming in the research, review of previous research, you will be looking at previous research done in more than one discipline, okay, and connecting that, how it resonates with the current research. In the analysis, you're going to look at the different disciplines that you've just reviewed and discuss how they might connect, okay? I think I mentioned up here, some disciplines may integrate well. Why is that? Climatology and sustainability, they probably integrate well. They resonate with each other. But maybe climatology and business don't. Well, why don't they? Because maybe they do. Maybe there's a need, a possible need for business ideology to become modified, to evolve to places that address climatology in an individual business sense or an industry sense. Maybe then political science gets in there because they would drive legislation and analyze, political science would analyze the politics of it, the legislation aspect of it. You can get into law as a discipline for that, of course. So these are intertwined, interconnected, and they all become a part then of a potential resolution, as opposed to just looking at climatology in a research paper or political science, etc. So this is what happens in that third section of analysis, where common disciplinary insights and patterns of connection emerge, okay? So I know that maybe doesn't seem like much. What is it, 7 minutes worth right now? But I prefer talking about it than emailing, of course. So I hope this answers some of your questions. I'm trying to look and see that if there are questions that I had. I addressed about the survey. In terms of introducing in the hypotheses and assumptions, you can look at some of the things you talked about and wrote about in steps 1 and 2 to inform what you were thinking about in terms of hypothesis for that issue or that problem, and the assumptions that go along with that issue or problem. So let's take a look at this. I want to give you the official. Okay, the hypothesis is a supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. So you see what you're doing there. You can add that hypothesis. That's the starting point for your further investigation. Okay, and believe me, I know this stuff isn't easy. Okay, this is university level upper division work. But as undergrads, my expectations, I believe, are appropriate, okay? Because frankly, I've only done, graduate level research, and even then that was, that was difficult yet rewarding, but that's a different level. I have not done post-grad research, okay? So, like I said, we're coming along, and I don't know how many, if anyone even just totally botched it. Okay, so this is just a way for me to explain, and I hope you're taking notes and where you could, improve your paper if that's what you'd like to do. And if not, you can still improve it for the final paper. I won't go back and switch this grade, but it'll make your final paper that much better. Okay, so continue to send me questions if you need to on that. What I'll be doing, let's say on Wednesday, I think. Today's Monday. Probably Wednesday, but it might even be tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm going to post a video about step 5 and the final paper, which is all in one. I think I'll do it tomorrow because I know you guys are getting on that. We're coming down the final home stretch here till Friday. I do have a Zoom class at 10:30 tomorrow, so I think what I'll do is see if anything comes out of that, because we're discussing the same things, and that way I can make that video around noon tomorrow about step 5 and the final paper. Okay, in the meantime, continue to send me your questions, and please complete the evaluation. I haven't checked to see what the percentage is of people who have done that. You want me to do that right now? I can check. They tell me how many have completed it. Excuse me. Oh boy. Um, really exciting days lately, huh? Okay, so it looks like for this course, well, looks like I've got 4% did it in one of the classes, 11%, and these are sections, 4% in one section, 11% in one section, 22% in one section, 29 in another section. Let's see, where is, oh, okay, so the 11%, I think is my, no, I guess not, I thought that was my session C. But all of them are really low. I really got to get to 65% on these. Please do that. It does close in 4 days. So yes, you have time if you'd like, but I will be reminding you again. Please submit your survey. Again, I don't see who it is. It's anonymous. So, all right, that's it. Good. What do we got? 11:20. So you guys take care. Be healthy. Forks up. I'll see you.